Do you hear yourself, though? I mean, that does sound kind of cocky, don't you think, to say, I'm a Muslim the way that Muhammad wanted people to be Muslims?
Absolutely. Someone should come and challenge me on that. That is why they will never agree to a debate with me in any mosque, anywhere in this country. Their audience, their time, let's talk about Islam. In any mosque, anywhere in this country. Their audience, their time, their audience, their time, their audience, their time, let's talk about Islam. Their audience, their time, their audience, their time.
directors, my staff, my volunteers, I welcome each and every one of you to this house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I have a good news and I have a bad news. Okay. So, which one do you want to hear first? Okay. It is really unfortunate that we made 2 months of preparation in this. 2 months. 3:30, Mr. Fatah confirmed us, and I have a witness who spoke to him, Umar Qayyum, and he said he will show up here at 5:30, and he did not show up. Okay. Please. Okay, let's remain calm, inshallah. Let's remain cool down. Okay, this is the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I know that emotions are running high on both sides. We all came over here with a clear purpose, is to challenge each other's point of view, to learn from each other's point of view, and to see, whose point of view has more credibility. Unfortunately, consistently, right from the beginning, and we have cataloged emails after emails after email, that Mr. Fatah has shown his real face. That he made excuses from day one. Day one, he started arguing. Question arises. Why did we challenge him? Why did we invite him over here? We challenged him because he challenged the Muslim community on Steve Bacon's agenda, and he said that I dare these Muslims, if they can debate me, their mosque, their time, their audience. We took the challenge and we kept our promise right to the end. We said it in emails after emails. You come or you don't come. We will go ahead and do this program because we are people of credibility, we are people of integrity, we are honest people, we are hard-working people, and we are law-abiding people who is living in this country, and we will do this program. So, first of all, my heart goes out to each and every one of you, regardless of what your opinion is. I wanted to very sincerely thank you, for coming out over here. Really, it is really, it's heart-reckoning for me to see all of you over here, to see, in such great numbers. We have sent one clear message. We have sent one clear message now, that we are not afraid, that the Muslim community and the Muslim leadership has the backbone to stand up and speak for what we believe in, and we will ask for our right, vocally. We will not shy away. We will not shy away from stating who we are, because we know that we are a productive member of this society, we are a contributing member of this society, and we are hard-working common folks. So, from this platform, whoever can hear me, I challenge them, whether it is Irshad Banji, whether it is Daniel Pipe, all these hate mongers, come on, we are here. We will challenge you on your terms. We are going to provide you this venue. We are going to spend our resources, our time. I don't want to bicker about it. I have not, slept in the last 1 week, constantly working. And my reward comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Alhamdulillah. Why? Because we want to send a very clear message that we are not afraid. We are not going to hide our faces behind the curtain. We will face the public, we will face tough questions. And if we are wrong, we will admit it, that yes, we are wrong and we are going to correct ourselves. Because that's what honest people do. One, small point, and before we will actually start the program, because program is going to happen, let me tell you. Because brother Sheharyar, Imam Sheharyar has spent 2 months intensive research. He went through his books, he went through his interviews, he went through his, each and every piece of material, and he has done a tremendous job. And you are going to hear him tonight. And after that you will have the opportunity to ask him. And you will see tonight that there is a new brand of leadership that is not afraid, that is confident, that is honest, and that is dedicated. I just wanted to point out one thing. Very recently, Mr. Fatah on his website wrote down, and this is what I would like to read over here for you. Okay? Islam versus Islamism. He said, however, for some reasons at the last minute, the mosque administration has banned media from bringing their video cameras to the debate. Despite my protest, the ban is in place and the only camera allowed to record the debate will be that of the mosque. Reminds me of Pravda covering a Soviet Congress in the USSR or the coverage of an event in Saudi Arabia. Shame on you, Mr. Fatah. This is the press release that went out. And this is the media and the camera there, right before the world. So at least if you have an iota of decency, you will sincerely apologize for the lies that you have been making to the community and to the Canadians at large.
Not shown up yet. You can see that the other debater, Imam Sheharyar Shaikh, is here, and the audience in the crowd is here, but there is no Tarek Fatah.
SubhanAllah. Okay, just to break this for a while, I've just been notified that here's a press release by Muslim Canadian Congress. I'm not sure how Mr. Fatah represents Muslim Canadian Congress, but this apparently has something to do with the debate tonight, so I'm going to read it out to you. An inquisition disguised as a debate fools no one. MCC urges Islamists to abandon medieval authoritarianism. Toronto. The MCC regrets the attempt by NAMF, the North American Muslim Foundation, to turn a debate on Islam into a public inquisition of its founder Tarek Fatah. The debate was to have taken place today between Tarek Fatah and NAMF Imam Sheharyar Shaikh inside the NAMF mosque in Scarborough, and was to be moderated by Karen Mock, the Liberal Party candidate in Thornhill. On arrival at the venue, Mr. Fatah was told that NAMF had unilaterally appointed a new moderator after Karen Mock declined to attend, citing family matters. In the typical authoritarian style that governs most Islamist organizations, NAMF did not consult with Mr. Fatah on the appointment of the new moderator, nor did they consider the three names suggested by him: Shabir Ali, Yahya Fadlallah, and Nazim Baksh. Leading up to the debate, from the appointment of Dr. Mock as the moderator to the format of the debate, all decisions were made unilaterally by NAMF. without any consultation with either Mr. Fatah or an MCC. Mr. Fatah did express his reservations about the arbitrary and authoritarian process. Authoritarian, third time here. But in the interest of free speech and free public debate, reluctantly agreed to participate in the debate so long as it was moderated by Karen Mock. Mr. Fatah had placed just one condition as a prerequisite to the debate, a moderator acceptable to both sides. In appointing an unknown moderator without consultation, NAMF acted in bad faith with the intention of creating an uneven level playing field that could prove to be not conducive to a fair debate. To make matters worse, NAMF issued a statement that no video cameras would be allowed inside the hall. Furthermore, MCC discovered that the off-duty policemen NAMF had hired for security had been withdrawn. In the absence of an agreed-upon moderator, the restrictions on the media and the withdrawal of police, the MCC had come to the conclusion that what was being promoted as a debate on Islam was nothing more than an inquisition, where Tarek Fatah would be ambushed. As a result, the MCC has urged Mr. Fatah not to take part, not to participate in his own inquisition, whereas his own safety would be in jeopardy. You know, in Urdu we say, "Kisi ke kandhe pe bandook chalana," you know, to fire a gun on somebody else's shoulder. Toronto police also advised Mr. Fatah not to attend the debate as they could not provide the police protection he had sought after being falsely accused of yet another Imam of viciously attacking the Quran and the Prophet Muhammad. This allegation essentially labels Mr. Fatah of committing blasphemy and as a result makes him a possible target of attack by radical Muslims. Speaking about the MCC decision not to participate in the debate, the president of MCC, Sohail Raza, said, and I believe it ends with this quote, "We came to the NAMF Mosque in good faith to hear a healthy debate, but on arrival discovered a hostile environment with no moderator, restrictions on media, restrictions on media, restrictions on media, an absence of any security, an absence of any security, an absence of any security." As a result, we have decided not to enter the premises. As a result, we have decided not to enter the premises. As a result, we have decided not to enter the premises.
One of them's on the line with us. Salma Siddiqui is the Vice President of the Muslim Canadian Congress. Joins us on the line this evening. Give me your interpretation as you entered the premises.
Hi. My interpretation as I entered the premise was mob-like mentality. And we basically approached, as you said, it was supposed to be a civilized debate. We approached and asked who the organizer is, and we introduced ourselves, the President of the Muslim Canadian Congress, and myself, Salma Siddiqui, and the organizer came, and basically we asked him, we are here representing Tarek, and we want to know, get a few details because the moderator kept on changing, and we didn't know who the moderator was. The organizer was not in any mood to give any answer to a response to us. He was very abrasive and quite aggressive. We said, look, all we want to know where we are going, who's the moderator, and he kept on saying, if you want to make a scene, and we were not making any scene. I mean, my tone was as I'm talking, and if it's abrasive or harsh, then you let me know. The fact is, he immediately called the security. He said, I'll call the security and get you thrown out of the premises. And security guard came and said, out. And I said, why are you doing that? And he said, you better get out on your own 2 feet. It's better that you get out on your own 2 feet.
As a result, we have decided not to enter the premises.
But my wife was with me, and looking at that crowd, she nearly collapsed because the viciousness of the folks even outside, it was like a lynch mob. Part of the crowd over there was very committed radicals, people like I've never seen on the street, bizarre dress-up people like I've never seen on the street, bizarre dress-up.
What we're really talking about here is the fact that you felt in threat of your safety, your life, your wife's safety, I guess. She was with you and other people who were with you. But that's something I think you live with, Tarek. I mean, you come here to this radio station every day and you're pretty controversial. Some of the times you're goofy, but sometimes you're, pretty controversial. And you are in your books and in your media appearances. And so this is something that you're already dealing with.
I deal with it in a public place. I'm not concerned. But the police told me that this room had just one entry and one exit points.
A new moderator had been chosen unbeknownst to Mr. Fatah, and that, I guess, was Neil Bullock of Toronto, who joins us now. You were the moderator?
Yes, I was.
All right. And before we go back to Tarek Fatah, who's been talking about how he felt he was in danger, how are you reacting to this?
Well, I've never felt in danger when I've gone to that mosque. I go there fairly regularly with other friends to observe them on their...
Nobody said you were in danger. He was in danger.
No, I don't know anything about what went on outside because I was in a room with the Imam waiting for him to come. My question to Tarek is I emailed him on Thursday night for a biography so I could present him properly during the introductions. He never replied. I want to know why he did not reply.
I don't know who you are. I haven't got a clue who appointed you, Pastor, and why would you accept to be a moderator when you haven't even consulted with anyone?
I was appointed by the NAMF.
Why? That means it's a one-sided, their appointee.
No, it is not a one-sided debate,
Pastor,
Tarek.
you are a man of the cloth.
Could you keep quiet, please, so I can...
No, wait a minute. Let Tarek respond.
Pastor, you are a man of the cloth. You admitted that you are closely tied to this mosque. You said that you attend the regular prayer services. How am I to consider you neutral when you have just admitted on national radio that you were partisan and part of that mosque, and all of a sudden you get appointed by them? You never consulted with me saying, is it okay if I moderate this debate?
I was not involved in the organizing of the debate. I was asked on Thursday to be the moderator.
Who asked you?
Let me finish, please. I have moderated other debates at that mosque between Christians and Muslims.
I don't care. This is between Muslim and Muslim.
Wait a minute.
What is your role there?
Tarek, is it not fair for him to say when he contacted you, why didn't you contact him back and ask who are you?
I don't even know. I get 700 emails a day. I'm not going to respond to someone who says that I've been appointed. No.
Why do you put up on your Facebook page, email me, and not respond to the emails?
I will not. Why would I respond to someone who is partisan, appointed by a mosque, who as a pastor attends Muslim mosques, and you say...
Wait a minute. Why do you think I'm partisan? You do not know me. You don't know me from Adam.
Pastor, you are involved with one of the most right-wing Sharia promoting anti-gay mosques in the city, and you're telling me that you're not partisan?
I am not involved with them. I am a Christian missionary. They know why I'm there.
Why? Are you there to convert them?
Yes, and they're there they try to convert me.
I'm not in that game, sir. I'm not in that game.
Okay, I'm in the game.
Then you stay...
On that Saturday...
Tarek, let him respond.
On that Saturday, I was there to moderate a debate.
No, you were not. You were appointed by the mosque to do the dirty job.
What dirty job?
To make sure that it was not in level playing field, you get appointed as a moderator and assign yourself to be the
I did not assign myself. I did not assign myself to be anything.
Did
I was going to moderate a debate. I would have ensured that you would have both had equal time. That there would have been no yelling of Allah Akbar if Sheharyar said something the crowd liked, or and vice versa.
Neil, Tarek, hang on a second. Hang on a second. I just got an email here, Mr. Bullock, from someone who said he was there, and that the Imam says that Canada would be better off if we had Sharia law, and you just let it go.
How could I say anything? He's just giving his lecture. He knows I disagree with him.
Come on, Pastor.
Tarek, you do not.
Word for people like you. These are useful idiots who are working with the people who hate this country, and you go there every week and you.
Tarek, I did not say I go there every week.
Then you are partisan to them.
I am not partisan to them.
Your only connection with them is what they believe. They like Sharia
Tarek,
law.
would you keep quiet for one moment, please? I do not agree with Islam. I am a Christian missionary.
Then don't lecture me about it. You have no business debating, being moderate between two Muslims.
Why not?
Because I don't recognize you.
So you don't recognize me, so...
Mr. Bullock, would it probably, the organizers, if they were going to appoint you, should have contacted Mr. Fatah and told him
that's up to them, not me.
All right.
I am a bystander who has said, yes, I will volunteer,
and you're
I
a
will
man
debate.
of the cloth. You're talking of Christianity, and you don't recognize what is fairness?
What is unfair about me being appointed as moderator?
I am up against the news, and I appreciate both of you. I'm sure Tarek can take this up this evening starting at 7 o'clock.
.30, he confirmed that he's coming, right? These two folks came outside. As you can see, the police was there. The security was there. Who is he calling, threatening him? All of you? All of you are terrorists. That's what he's calling. Take a stand, guys. Take a stand. He's accusing all of you. Okay? And he's a dangerous man. And he needs to be checked. We need to tell our government, our media, who the civilized and honest people is. We, in all honesty and faithfully, we organize this program for all of you to make sure that everything remains peaceful, everything remains, serene, and everybody over here learns and enjoy and then go home. So these are lies. So I'm going to let Imam Sheharyar continue over here, but we just wanted to bring to the record here. As you can see, the cameras are here. People are taking pictures. Police was here, security was here, and there is no impediment on anyone. It is all for your safety and security. That is paramount to us. And we will leave no stone unturned to make sure that everybody goes home safe and secure and watch Saturday Night Live. I want to talk to you. So I went over there and the guy said, are you organizer? I said, yes, I am. I said, who's the moderator? I said, why? And he said, why not? We want to know. I said, well, Neil, Bolek is reverend. He said, what happened to Karen? I said, well, she dropped out. She had some family issues, right? And she could not make it. And you changed it without Tarek Fatah's approval. I said, excuse me, don't argue with me. Okay, I don't have to argue with you. You asked me a question, I gave you an answer. No, that's not right. I said, you create a problem over it, I will have you removed. You don't like it, go. Go, man. Nobody is forcing you over here. But do not make a scene over here. Okay? I will not allow that. No, do not accept this. It's the same classical, what you call harassment that these people do, right? So I told the security guard, I said, please escort them out. But I don't want a scene over here. There's a public disturbance over here, public issue.
What was this fellow?
It was Raheel, I think Raza or something, MCC president guy. I don't know them. Sheharyar, I think. Yeah, Sheharyar. Anyway, so the security, escorted them out. They went into the park and started telling people, right, the debate is cancelled. Everybody's coming inside. So what happened? I said, no, debate is not cancelled. We are doing it. Because even until then, I did not knew that Tarek is not coming. Tarek is not. I did not know that. I was under the impression that he is coming. He's on his way, right? We said, okay, we will even give him extra time, like 5-10 minutes, right? Maybe stuck in the traffic. Not a public issue. I told them politely, please do not create disturbance over here, and if you have a problem, you can leave. So then he turned now and said, okay, what do you want to do? I said, well, we protest. We don't want to attend this kind of, places over here. I said, that's fine. So the police officer asked me, said, are they welcome over here? I said, look, if they sit over here without creating problems, they are welcome. But if they create problems, no, they are not welcome. They have to leave.
It was pre-planned.
Absolutely. There was 4 or 5 people who came over there with a complete. Look at this. They even came with a planned press release. It was already printed, photocopied, and everything. That we will go there and we will do. So they are starting putting on the cards. I mean, look at these shameful people. They don't even have ethics, right? That when you go to an organization, you're supposed to get the approval of the management. Anyone who comes over. Absolutely. Very simple. But you know what? They just want to manipulate things. And they think that they're going to manipulate things, and they're going to get away. They're discrediting themselves, man.
But I think Fatih put on the face page that he was feeling threatened, or that somebody threatened him.
He did not even came, man.
What if he has a footage to show?
Show me the footage. Show me the footage.
And why didn't he come through where he was requested?
Exactly. 3:30, Umar called him.
Yeah.
And he was on a speakerphone. I'm a witness. And he said, Assalamu alaikum, Tarek, how are you? I'm okay. In a very nice, slow voice. He's a liar, handsome guy.
That was funny.
So anyway, I heard the conversation. He said, yeah, I'm coming, I'll be there by 5:30. So Umar said, meet me at the front.
The front office,
where
he stayed.
Yeah. And he said, yeah, I will meet you at the front, right? Okay, that's fine. And I don't know, somehow I had the gut.
We're not going to be able to get. Are we firing this off tonight, or?
Mr. Farouk said, yeah. I believe that's the idea.
I mean.
So he did you talk to Farouk yourself on the? I mean, sorry, to Tarek, that is, on the phone yourself.
Yeah, I called him at 3:21 p.m. I called him and I said, just.
And at this point, he knows that the moderator is going to be Pastor Neil. He knows that.
He knew that the moderator. First of all,
for days. Yeah.
He knew that Karen Mock wasn't going to be there. First of all, because one.
She sent out an email to cancel it.
Number one, that he was CC'd on an email. Right? So that was apparent to him. Number 2, there was an email that was sent out to everybody saying that Karen Mock can't make it for a variety of reasons. And at that point, he was also informed that Neil Boland was going to be the new moderator. And on top of that, Karen must have told him that, right? I mean, what moderator doesn't contact the people she's moderating and says, I can't make it, I'm sorry, but it's only the simple courtesy.
So what does he tell you on the phone at 3:20?
I told him, because we had sent him an email yesterday saying that be here for 5 o'clock, right? And on the phone he told me, I'll be there for 5:30.
Okay.
And I said, okay, fine. And I gave him specific instructions that when you come to the front door, ring on the doorbell, and there'll be someone there to receive you, me, right?
I mean, there's no room for misunderstanding as to what the front entrance of NAMF is.
I
Anyone can come and have a look.
Farouk was in the room.
Anyone can come and have a look at
went
that.
and I said, do you understand where, do you need directions? He said, no, I Google mapped it, and no. I said, we're between Midland and Kent. He says, yeah, I know. I said, the front entrance is where the playground is. So there's
It's
no,
obvious. It's obvious. Then, yeah. I mean, anyone can have a look.
No, of course.
Yeah.
So, the side entrance is the side entrance. I mean, but.
So then you were here alone till 5.
No, there was
5:30.
a bunch of us here. I mean, Sheharyar was here, Farouk was here, numerous people were in the building, and then, he decided to.
So this thing that he's claiming then on, was it Facebook?
On the MCC thing?
Yeah, is it or no? That he was threatened, like.
I think it's, I think it was on his Facebook or something. I'm not really sure. Dawood said something, but I haven't checked with him. I can check with him right now.
Dawood was checking on his website.
Oh, on his website? Okay, yeah. I must be on his page.
There were NAMF volunteers at the back door, and there was Omar and everyone here at the front door. So if he arrived,
nobody recalls seeing Mr. Fatah.
We
saw his, apparently his vice president and president from his organization.
We can vouch we saw them, but nobody saw Tarek Fatah.
They identified themselves as being president and vice president of MCC.
So he didn't even come, let alone be threatened.
No, I don't even think, because when I called him afterwards, 5:30, I called just to say, where are you? So, I called the number, and the person picks up and says, identifies himself. I said, Tarek. He's like, this isn't Tarek. He says, what was it, Imam or Sheikh Tahir, right? And I said, he said he's not around. I said, okay, well, that's fine, he'll contact you as your number. I said, okay. Then at 5:45, I called again. And again, the same person says, and he says he's in a recording studio downtown recording something.
Oh, okay.
So how can he be in two places?
How can he be in two places at the same time?
And in Toronto at the same time.
That's right. So maybe then what should we then, I guess, really he should be challenged that, first of all, do you have any proof, any witnesses? Do you have any video footage of you being threatened? Moreover, when he knows there's police and security here, he could have reported to the police.
Saw him on premises, so who threatened him?
Well, that's my point. But my point is that exactly, did he report being threatened? I mean, because this is a crime, right? If somebody has threatened him, he should be going to the police and reporting. But I think it's like the.
Was on premises. He could have found any officer down. There was a police car at the side here.
I think he realizes at this point that it's the little boy who cried wolf, But it's the little boy who cried jihad, and it's
the best part of it is
even the police is not going to really take him very seriously. So this is the statement that they supposedly did at the last minute. This is amazing. Okay, this is amazing. Hold on, at 5:30, I guess. At 5:30, Fateh supposedly, arrived here at NAMF. He was threatened, and that's when he decided not to participate in the debate. So, according to Tarek, it was a last-minute decision not to go through with the debate. But then here you have a pretty well-articulated, lengthy letter from Muslim Canadian Congress, which he's the founder of.
The best part is this part here.
Explain.
On arrival at the venue.
All right. You know what? I honestly didn't see that. Yeah. So
on arrival at the venue. So
okay.
You're telling me
on arrival at the venue, Mr. Fateh was told that NAMF had. I know this is a bit not clear. Unilaterally appointed a new Okay. So. In other words, after Tarek Fateh arrived at the mosque, he had time for him and his MCC friends to type out this. Well, I guess that is that technically? I mean, technically that's possible, right? You could type out a letter.
Yeah, and then what? Print it where, and then photocopy it where?
And then have it back here on time for distribution as well.
Apparently they came with boxes of these stuff here. I mean, they didn't have. They were putting this on cars. They were giving it out to people.
Okay. So it was premeditated. Fateh knew that he had to somehow squirm out of this debate, and this was part of his escape plan. And this might have worked, perhaps, with any other mosque, but I think he really miscalculated with this one. I think.
This is what he said on Facebook. Actually, here's an update on Facebook. This is his fan page, and I guess today's date is.
I'm not gonna catch much of that.
29, but it's I'll just make it bigger. So
let's see all 4 comments.
This is what Mr.
Vardit and Anupam. I was outside the place when we discovered they had appointed a new moderator completely unknown to us. Furthermore, I was warned by police that I should not enter the premises for my safety's sake. When the president and vice president of the MCC went in to talk to the organizers, they were told to leave while you can still walk on. Okay. So
that's pretty
okay.
good.
Wow.
I mean, do you think? Do you guys think that Tarek?
Man.
Well, do you think that the people that subscribe to Tarek Fatah's Facebook page do you think they know that he's lying about this, or is he pulling the wool over their eyes too? Do you think?
I think that actually, if you look back, he said that we didn't allow cameras in, and people were just horrified at the very. I mean,
see, well, that's something that can easily be proven. We can see that there were many video cameras. I got it on my video camera to show on YouTube that there were many cameras. But how do you disprove something like this? I mean, somebody says that, hey, I was threatened to have my legs broken. How do you disprove?
Officials bar
media video cameras.
Yeah, but this is old.
And this is look at the views, and everybody's like, if you see, in the West, the cameras are being banned. I'm pretty sure these guys didn't know he's just lying to them.
Right. So we're the enemies of the West again here.
Yeah, and then
I hope that Peggy Smith and Jamie Hick and Ophila Benson actually bothered to come to the debate, because they would see for themselves that they were. I mean, I had my video camera.
Going on YouTube right now.
I didn't have a tripod. I had my video camera. It wasn't even a handheld camera.
Look at this. Now we hear that Karen Mock, moderator, has jumped ship.
Oh, so he knew.
So he knew in advance, because this is
15 hours ago. Okay, one moment here. Tarek Fatah, 15 hours ago. Thank you for that. Now we hear the moderator Karen Mock has jumped ship. So as of 15 hours ago, he knew that he was not going to have Karen Mock as a moderator.
Right.
But in the MCC letter, he's clearly claiming that it was at the last minute, because it says upon arrival. He found out that. So, I mean, this guy's been exposed, I think. And I think he never had any backing, really, in the Muslim community. But I think even the so-called liberal reformists now, I think they really have to rethink whether they want to use this clown anymore. I mean, he puts on a good show on Michael Corrin, but he couldn't put on a show here. He just.
I mean, it was clarified by my friend David Alexander. He's a convert Muslim, and he clarified that NAMF allows free press, and we are not allowing people to use tripod cameras. I mean, this was posted 10 hours ago.
Anyone who wants to bring any camera is more than welcome, but tripod is a tripping hazard and it blocks the view, so we can't have more than one in the room.
You can actually look it up. The guy knew about it 15 hours ago, and he said, "Oh, them changed at the last minute."
Right.
That's a lie. That's a blatant lie right
Okay.
there.
All right. So this is something we got to put up on YouTube then.
And we can actually see the time here. It's 9:53 today.
Yeah. Well.
Actually, you know what? Do you think somebody can put a comment there saying Tarek?
You'll have to be his fan or something. Unfortunately. I guess I can be his fan. Well,
Vice President of Muslim Canadian Congress.
yeah.
This is inquiring about the details of the event.
There goes.
It was at this time that they engaged in disruptive behavior with the executive director of NAP, upon which they were peacefully asked to leave the premises. Upon leaving the building, they began distributing pre-printed copies of a press release that contained prefabricated content to the attendees, and they started putting it on the vehicles as well. Also, other supporters of MCC began spreading stories of being threatened and physically assaulted. Members of private security were included in these allegations. Upon further examination of the MCC press release, logical inconsistencies and blatant lies surfaced.
The police was there.
Yeah, no, one such lie was the absence of security, as police and private security were on premises well before the debate had begun. Audience members can attest to the thoroughness and professionalism of the security that was provided to all.
Good, beautiful.
So I don't know how much more.
First of all, how many people would you say were in that hall?
800?
800
in the hall, 600 in the hall, maybe 700.
Well, it's
how many chairs were there? Over 500.
Okay, so this is too bad for Tarek Fatah that there are at least about 600 people in the greater Toronto area.
Not to mention the number of people
that can vouch for the fact that there were police officers, there were security guards, everyone's bag was checked, right? Every stroller, I brought a stroller, that stroller was checked. So why then would the same police who are helping to provide that security, why would the police tell Tarek Fatah, we advise you to leave for your own safety? Based on what?
I actually comment on his thing, so what do you want me to say? I can actually comment on his thing.
Tarek, you just contradicted yourself. 15 hours ago you said
15 hours ago. I mean, like, we need to save this. I mean, this is defamation, man. He's actually saying that we didn't let him in.
Well, he's made a lie against the police here as well. So
I mean, like, if he's saying he was threatened and he's not actually threatened, then that's libel. Because what he's saying is he was
just ask him.
Well, you see, it's easy. He's gonna say the police themselves are radical Islamists, and therefore I can't complain to them because they won't even respond to my complaint.
Ask him a simple question. Just ask him this, Mr. Fatah. How is it possible that you can come with a press release prior to coming to the event and seeing it out?
Go ahead. Just say. No, seriously. I unfortunately became his fan, so God forgive me on that.
Do you guys think that Toronto Star or Michael Coren's show, Globe and Mail or National Post, do you think any of them will, be covering this or really exposing this?
Not sure. I met with ATN guys and they said that this might not be covered. Had the debate been there, we would have covered it. And the other guys were there. They weren't really, I mean, like, they were impressed with his presentation, but they didn't really say if it could be put on as a news. So I'm skeptical about that.
I don't know. Farooq Bhai, do you expect Toronto Star, National Post, Barbara K, do you think they would...
National Post was there and somebody asked, that's one of the reporters asked, were the MCC people were threatened over here? Like, excuse me, the police, the security, don't you see around over here? Who can be threatened over here? Were you threatened over here? Don't you see so many people over here? I mean, what kind of a hogwash nonsense is that? The guy is just fine.
Well, I mean, you know what? There were so many non-Muslims there that you saw. We stuck around for what, maybe another 2 hours, perhaps. I think after the lecture finished, we talked to Jews, we talked to Christians, we talked to Arab Christians, we talked to liberal Muslims. Actually, I talked to a liberal Muslim girl that was asking all sorts of questions. I mean, how can, in the midst of so many non-Muslims, liberal Muslims, why is it that MCC people were...
The point here is that if there was any threatening situation, obviously what the police was doing, they were just dummies sitting over there. Of course they were proactively, walking around. Go ask them.
But how do we combat mass hysteria, mass brainwashing? I mean, the people on Facebook, the people on Tarek's Facebook page, they will just swallow that. I understand, Tarek, the police are radical Islamists, and they were...
I mean, they are a bunch of morons, right? Obviously, you cannot do anything about it. The point here is how do you convince the general public opinion out there? For that, the Muslim community and the Muslim leadership has to rise to the occasion. They are the one, who has to get out of their home, right, and start doing their homework. If they gather themselves, look, one thing, the one myth that was broken today was that Muslims are not afraid to stand up.
Absolutely.
Right? I mean, that's the bottom line. That they are ready and willing to stand up and face the crowd. We did not stop anyone from coming. We did not, barred anyone from coming. Yes, we laid down very clear rules for the safety and security of all. That anybody coming in has to behave. They cannot use foul language. They cannot, make a scene. If they start yelling and shouting, obviously then they are disturbing. And nobody will accept that. No forum on the face of this earth. And I challenge Tarek Fatah. Will be dissuaded because we don't want it controversy. This is a battle of ideas. If Tarek is so true to his
What's a debate? It's a debate.
He should have come. Why he did not show up? Why did he not, showed his face? Obviously, the liar pants of fire, knew very well that if he is going to come over here, he is going to be creamed. All his lies are going to be, open and exposed in front of the people, right? And what credibility, little bit of credibility he will have. So I mean, and I have been saying it from day one. I've been saying from day one that this man, is not out to debate. He's not going to debate. He's just out there to shoot his mouth.
Well, I think when he's given 10-minute panels on, you know, Michael Coren's show or
yeah,
just
but who is Michael
exactly
Coren? Same hate monger.
Yeah, but my point is really when he's just alone, a single panelist on one of these shows, he's willing to go again and again.
Obviously, the media wants hate monger darlings, right, in order to increase their subscriptions, right? They are not interested in facts. They are not interested in factual things. They are not interested in that. They just want sensationalization. Just as recently, in Toronto Star, the heading story was Muslim charity. Swindle 600,000.
2 days later, you had an evangelical Christian charity, and it doesn't mention. No.
They never said that. They are never going to say that.
And there's hate sites like Answering Muslims. They put up this ISNA Canada. They didn't even say ISNA Canada. They just said ISNA because they know ISNA is very big in the US as well. But there's obviously, you don't expect David with these haters on Answering Muslims. They didn't say a word about the cover story 2 days later on the evangelical Christian story.
How do we tackle it? The way we tackle it, we create our own institutions. Okay, we create our own media forums. We bring about the best and the brightest in the community out here.
Let's have it on camera,
tackle these issues. Then and only then, we will be able to tackle it.
Just check it out. Yeah, we just actually put up a new...
I don't know what the update here is. I mean, there's going to be a lot of things, but...
it's
this is something you wrote.
Yeah, remember he just commented that, he knew about it when right there.
So how is it possible? Could you make that bigger? Could you make that bigger?
Yeah. It's control enter.
Yeah. Yeah. Nothing very controversial here. This is just one of our responses down here. How is it possible that you did not know that Karen Mock was not the moderator when 15 hours ago you posted that she had jumped ship? Which version is true? Your Facebook entry or MCC's most recent press release? Wow.
Yeah, and we can actually see that he did this 15 minutes back. This comment is 15 minutes back. You can just actually look it up a bit here. Right here. Yeah. 16 minutes.
Well, what says 16 minutes ago?
Today.
Oh, I see. This is the new one. I was outside. Let me catch that one.
Yes.
I was outside the place when we discovered that they had appointed a new moderator. I mean, I know about the contradictions in his book, but you wouldn't think that on the same Facebook page, within paragraphs, he's completely contradicted himself.
Yeah. And just look it down. I'll actually show you the other part where he says that it's 15 hours before. He says that he knew. See, 15 hours before.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Can he delete this comment? Do you think? Not now, because we've got it here now. Now we hear the moderator Karen Mock has jumped ship. This is 15 hours ago. I mean, the time now is 10 o'clock. You can see it at the bottom of the screen as well.
It's on my thing.
Yeah, the time is right there at the top.
I'll just show you the time here.
This guy was there. Anwar Velji.
He was there?
Yeah.
Oh, was he? No, this guy's different. This is some else's picture. This is a picture of the other guy. It's not his picture. Huh?
Well, I see on the Facebook they're saying that we would have replaced it. Okay, we would have replaced the moderator with a Muslim moderator. I hope some of these people from Tarek's Facebook are interested in the truth. I mean, I hope they came to NAF. They would have seen Pastor Neil is somebody who has moderated more than one debate at NAF. There's never been a complaint.
This is the time right now. It's today.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if Tarek leaves this on for a while, what says 15 hours now will become 16 hours ago, 17 hours ago, 24 hours ago.
Right.
And I think I just won't put this YouTube video up for a while, so he doesn't really realize the contradictions that he's made.
Yep.
And then it'll be documented there for everyone to see.
And you know what? Actually, just go down here, so we can actually see that this is not a doctrine of page. So let's check it. It's my Facebook, right? So I can actually show you.
Well, you can type in Google Time. You can type in Google Time Toronto or something like that, and it'll tell you.
He might say that this is a doctorate of page, right? So this is actually my profile, and this is the real Facebook page. This is my profile if anyone wants to check it. And I mean, this is not a he might say they made their own Facebook, right?
No, but if you go into Google and type Toronto Time, there's two ways about it. Go into Google and type in Toronto Time.
Sure.
And it's or CP24. I mean anything. I mean CP24 unless NAMF hacked the CP24 website.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I don't know how he's going to get around this one. I really don't. So where are we?
Yeah, actually, here's the time.
Okay, so okay, wait, this is CP24, and the time is Saturday, January 29th. That was the scheduled date of the debate, which didn't take place. It's 10:06 p.m.
Yeah, just focus it out. So. Yeah, I mean, this is, you can look it up on the thing too. Yeah, like show the address bar.
Okay, so he's contradicted himself, and the thing is really proof. I mean, Tarek didn't command really any credibility amongst the mainstream Muslim population, but I'm just wondering, what are the implications of tonight for his sort of, the liberal, reformist, so-called progressive camp that is trying to change Islam? Should they be having a rethink about using him as a spokesperson?
Well, all I can say honestly that if I was his fan, I would be very disappointed. Because number one, all the things that he has said, they didn't really cut in. I mean, there were so many contradictions and lies. He knew that Karen Mock dropped out. He knew about this well in hand.
Well, we just documented that now. We caught that all right now on the computer screen.
He's self-serving.
He's self-serving. I think the thing is that he wants to, this whole Islamophobia industry, he wants to cash in on it. Unfortunately, he's too much of unprofessional.
I mean, I heard one guy, brother Server was saying, and my wife was saying that it's possible that Tarek wanted you to do this so that he could collect as much information about your points, your arguments, cheating in other words, so that I don't think even after watching your lecture he's going to want to ever challenge you, but if you were to re-challenge him, which is not worthwhile at all, I'm not suggesting, but if NAMF were to reissue a challenge to him to debate, he could now come in better prepared because he's cheated. He's seen all of the meat of your argument, all of the points. Do you think that was that a factor in it, or is he just trying to run away?
I don't think he's a debater. Period. I think he likes to be in a safe and a comfort zone. He's not the type of person who's going to go out.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, if he is in his nest, he can certainly. Well, I don't think he's going to do that. A professional debater would do that.
Yeah.
Even a professional debator with integrity wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Well, not to mention you hardly got through any of your stuff.
Yeah. Right, I didn't actually, believe it or not.
Okay,
all
right.
I just want to check,
here is the gold mine that Tarek Fatah needs. But it wouldn't make a difference because, the points are the points. They are what they are. The arguments are what they are.
Yeah, the thing is, he can't, unless he has his book republished with all those mistakes,
that's an idea.
Ridiculous.
But do you think this was worth it at all, in the sense that, we know what the truth is, but who are we? For a lot of people, this is some Islamist outfit somewhere in Canada. The bottom line is, when Tarek Fatah is invited to speak, when he's going into colleges and universities in the United States, when he's speaking on Fox News, that audience will never have gotten this side of the story, or perhaps through YouTube, and we're hoping they will.
And I made that appeal on the stage, that this is not about Tarek Fatah. This is about Muslim community being dormant. There's going to be many Tarek Fatahs in the future. We need to stand up and become more active. How many people wanted us not to go ahead with this in the first place?
That's right.
From the Muslim community.
From the Muslim, they're telling us, no, this is wrong. This is, let him talk. Don't go. You don't do. But we believed that this was something we need to do. And, alhamdulillah, we still don't regret it.
Well, it was a historic night, one way or the other. We knew it was going to be a historic night. And I think there's going to be a lot of spin put on this, right, by Tarek and MCC.
Absolutely.
But I think in the coming weeks, he really, if not already, he's really going to, I think, come to regret. I think he made a big strategic error, a big miscalculation. Because again, with many mosque administrators, this might have been the end of it. I think he didn't really bank on NAMF really pursuing the matter, countering him in his lies.
If Tarek will return to his previous ways, we too will return to our ways. Meaning that we're not going to let him go. If he's going to spew hatred about the common Muslim out there on the street, well, we're not going to stand and we're not going to sit back and say, oh, you know what, this doesn't concern us. It does concern, and guess what? This is going to gather momentum. He will be hugely discredited in this community.
Do you think he would want to go on Michael Corn's show with you? Do you think that's something where...
or
would you say Michael Corn's biased now too?
Well, anyone who advocates, nuclear bombing, Iranian men, women, and children.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's a problem for us as to how neutral he's going to be. But
and then you have CSIS, RCMP, and Canadian human rights being infiltrated by Islamists. So then you can have anybody. I mean, Michael Corn is just small.
Is it a case of like the boy who cried wolf, the boy who cried jihadist too many times?
The question that really needs to be asked here is, in a debate, how does a moderator ever control the debate?
Yeah.
Like, seriously. I mean, where in the program for the agenda for this debate was it unfair? 10 minutes for one, 10. 20, 20, 10, 10. Where was it unfair?
Maybe he's saying he's gonna. Maybe he's maybe he's saying there's some discretion. The moderator is gonna cut somebody off 5 seconds early.
No. It was uninterrupted. That was the whole thing. We just wanted a moderator to, speak. I mean, this is a man who spoke at U of T for 90 minutes without notes, and just spoke about how Sharia is this, about his communist days in Pakistan, and went on a whole, tirade on this stuff. But when you put a moderator that just says you have 10 minutes, then 20, and then 10, he feels threatened by this? Why does it matter? We could have put a penguin there with a bell to stop the guy. It wouldn't have made any difference.
Is this secular Marxist thing within Islam? Is this a strong contemporary trend now, or is this something that is sort of seen its day? I mean, is this something that is getting washed out or tired out or abandoned? I mean, this whole socialist experiment,
Well, the socialist experiment, yeah, it was heydays. It had a lot of political, patronage in the 60s all across the Arab Muslim world. But we're not talking about that.
Right.
We're talking about the Islamophobia industry that is, alive and kicking. And I think it is gathering momentum. And the Muslim community in the West, it needs to look into it, and really we need to have a joint recourse. Because this is in the end going to come and haunt all of us. Our children, our kids who are going to school, our women who go to work, or whatever they do, we are outside. So definitely we need to play a role. We need to be concerned.
So is this person like a former communist, or is
Yeah, he's a Marxist.
Right, but I mean, so he's basically renounced his communism? Or?
Yeah, now he's become more like a Quran only.
And this is the kind of guy, he's so self-serving, right? I think you made an excellent point. When Irshad Manji and he was on that panel, he made that comment, this was a book written by Jews for the Jews, right? That caused them a huge...
the Jews, the Jewish community was...
The fallout was ridiculous,
I wasn't
right?
here, so I don't really know what the fallout from that was. But
Well,
he intended by it an insult, didn't he? He intended an insult. She's a Jew.
Basically, it wasn't covered by the media. But what happened was Irshad Manji heard him say this phrase to her with a witness there present.
Oh, it wasn't in print.
No, it wasn't. So I mean, but
there's two different Tarek Fatahs. A lot of people don't know that. I mean, there's the Tarek Fatah of the print and on the in the media outlets, and then there's a very different off camera.
There's man of many faces.
So he pulled what was the name of the Tunisian president? I always get it mixed up. Zain al-Abidin Ben Ali. Okay, so he pulled a little bit of a Zain al-Abidin Ben Ali tonight, but I don't think he took off for Saudi Arabia though. But again, if Ben Ali could take off for Saudi Arabia.